Hi, I'm Linus Riddle. I'm a junior at Gull Lake High School, um, and this is for my video game development class. Um, I've been working through the junior programming this week. Last week, I finished up the Unity Essentials. Um, so first, this 2D Essentials backlog. Um, I made the room and I rearranged some furniture to do things, and I added that dog that was animated. And I changed a lot of weight and different things with the 2D um, frame. So, and then I did the quiz, and mostly I added some collectibles into the room as well that you'd pick up and move around, and that was the goal. And then I moved on to the publishing essentials, where I built. Um, I mean, some of these steps were I already had done, like build a portfolio. I already have that. It's most likely where you're seeing this video. Um, but then I uploaded my Unity Essentials game to the web, and um, the video that I was capturing and everything, that was pretty. Um, that's basically what I just did last week. And share your project, I did that kind of through this and through this video, um, and publishing it to the web. So yeah, this week I finished up the Unity Essentials last week, so now I'm moving on to the junior programming. So the first thing I did was the player control. So I'll switch to that branch here. And the first thing I did was I made a car and did some things. I'll show you that in a second. I forgot to show it, but here's my Trello, my product management um, for the junior programmer. I This week I'll show you that I finished up all this stuff, um, all these different lessons that the Unity Learn pathway has. So I have this all matched up to this, um, and I started up on basic gameplay, um, and I'll show you that too. So here's that, and I completed the first two. Um, so now it seems to have loaded up in a second. There we go. Okay. Um, so here, this is an empty space because this is the wrong scene loaded, and I hadn't downloaded the package for this one yet. So here's my scene. Um, so here you can see that it's basically there's a dome that this car and road is in. So this car has no way to move at the moment. If I play the game, then it'll just sit there. I had to spray it frame so that I can kind of more easily identify if it is if it's on play mode or on scene, on the game or scene really. Um, so here's this barrier in the road, which again does nothing really right now, but in the next commit it'll start to do something. By things I mean that you can interact with it and collide, and you'll be able to move your car as well. Because I couldn't do anything when I loaded that up. Okay, so here I have the next commit. So I'll check this out and load this up. So in this one, I added some more barriers and also the script to make the car actually move forward, so that I could control and be able to get around those obstacles and everything. So here I have all these, and on this, when I click on this, you can see that I have this script that I have been coding in Visual Studio Code, or Visual Code Studio, or something similar. um, it's built into Unity, so it's the Visual Studio. Okay. So yeah, it's built into Unity, so I didn't actually need to really install it. Or you do, but it's very easy with how they put it. So here I have it move forward, just at the yeah. So this just moves the car forward, and this again isn't actually letting me control it, but it will still move it forward, and it'll just fly ahead, and leave the camera behind as well. So it'll flip all these barriers up. And I fixed the control in the next one, so you can actually control, I believe. Oh no, so sorry. I made this in this commit. I did not do that. I I just made the camera follow the car, which I had to make a separate script for, and I can show you that in a second once it loads up. Okay, so here I have the camera positioned behind the car, um, and you can see that it has the script on, and it's selected the car as a player. I had a little bit of an issue with this. I didn't see that it was you're supposed to select this and um, choose the car. So it wasn't actually following anything for a minute, but I figured it out. Um, and so here it's moving to the position that's the player plus the offset. So this is the offset here, which is just an additional position that it'll put from the position of the car. So it's not like right on top of the car or inside of the car, because it would look real buggy and be difficult to move it properly. Um, yeah. So here you can see when I unpause the game and everything, it should follow the car at like a little bit behind and above it, but still dead on to the like where it is along the z-axis, I believe. Or yeah. All right. So in this commit here that I have labeled as step into the driver's seat, and that's because of the learning thing. That's what this is called here. That's what each of these lessons are called. So that's just what I named the commits. I set up the movement so that you can press A and D to, or the arrow keys, I guess. I made it so there's both to move the card left and right, or to rotate it, really, I guess. And then you can press W and S to move it forward and backward. So it should be working now. Let me double check. So you can see that I can fully control it now and rotate it. The camera falls a bit jank. Also, the car doesn't really turn as a normal car would because I could just rotate. And that's what I fixed in a minute. So here in this last commit, I thought there was another one, but maybe, or nah, yeah, here. Yeah, in the last commit, I completed the last challenge, which was optional, but I wanted to do it, and um, so it, let me see if I change this, because I thought I did. I thought I made this turn a little bit more, so that the camera would follow it. Nope. Okay, but if I wanted to, I could make the the camera follow behind where it's turning. That could make people a little bit dizzy. Since it's just along a straight road, it's not super necessary, but you could. So here I have this other scene that I was talking about, the challenge. So this plane was like full of errors, and everything was not working initially. Like this camera was way over here. It wasn't following the plane. When I pressed any buttons, this wasn't working. So here in the player controller, you can see that it has so it has all this stuff. So this gets the input of the user. I didn't show that on the other one, but this looks somewhat similar. Vertical means like it's up and down. So when I press W and S, it will move the plane up and down, and it'll turn it, so I can fly through the barriers. Here just moves it forward. This doesn't need an input for the plane. And yeah, here's where this comes in, because this is just getting the input, and then this is using it to turn it. And here are the variables that I called for these different things. So in this, I believe if they're public, then you can change them in the editor. So like here, you can see that I can change the speed and rotation speed and the input also, but it's not nearly as convenient because that's just pressing. If I press, like when I load it up, if I press W or S, then it changes to 1 or -1. The plane doesn't actually collide with these barriers, but you could make it so it does. And then the last thing I did was I added a script to this propeller so that I would just spin at all times. So here I have the code for that. Just it'll just rotate it at 1,000 um, units per second along the z-axis. So you can see that when I load up the game, that the propeller will start spinning just all the time. I initially had it at the wrong axis, so that this was spinning like vertically, so it was like spinning like that. And that was it for the player control. And I utilized those skills in the next thing, like initially, to show you the basic gameplay. So in this one, I started to make a farm. So like in the player positioning, I'll check that out. And this, I added like a couple of the like animals and a farmer to the scene, and then I was able to add some movement to him and the animals and allow a projectile to be launched from the guy. That might be for the next step or something, but I'll show you in a second. So prototype 2, that's where this is. So when I am playing the game, you can see that these animals, I believe they should run forward. Maybe not yet. Nope, not quite yet. But I can move left and right. And I can't go out of bounds because of something at the code. I'll show you in a second. So here, it's saying that if I'm here, then I can't really move. That's what these if segments are. So if my position is greater than this, then I can move, and if my position is less than this, then I can't move that way. So then in the next commit, I mean, that's basically all I did, I guess. I added this food, which I'll show you how that works in a second, and where that comes in. So here's my other commit, that I added the projectile launch and made the animals move around. Or maybe I didn't. I don't know. But the animals should move around, and they just run forward when the game starts. So, like if I click on these guys, yeah, they have a move forward script, and also they get destroyed if they go out of bounds, so that they won't clog up the game's processing power by having too many different scripts and everything running, because it can be strenuous on the thing. So you can see that they disappeared from the hierarchy when they do that. Also, you can see that when I launch a projectile with spacebar, that it appears for a second and then disappears when it gets off screen, and I can launch several and it'll do that still. So here in the player controller, I can show you that I added that space button to launch the projectile. So here, I have this to actually launch the projectile. Then this I have as like I made a projectile prefab for the food so that it would launch when you press a button. And this actually does that. So yeah, next week I will be doing the rest of the basic gameplay. I'll probably get into some more. So like I started adding this animal stampede, but it's not really working yet. So that's what I'm working on now. And then so more things with collisions, like the sandwich when it collides with the animals, and something I've been told. And I mean, I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing, but because I'm not there yet. But then I got some more things in the basic gameplay, and then I'll move on to sound effects. And yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next week.